Hello, friend. I'm Hope, and I'm really glad you're here today. Welcome to English with Hope, a calm space for your mind and your heart. In this channel, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to rush. Here, we learn English slowly. We listen to English gently. No pressure, no stress. And here, you are not alone. Wherever you are in the world, I'm right here with you. So relax your shoulders, take a slow breath, and let's begin. We often sit at our kitchen tables, staring at the same cold cup of coffee, wishing our life felt a little different. But real change does not happen because a random miracle drops from the sky to save us. It happens when we look at our own hands and decide to do one small thing differently today. You are not a broken person who is stuck in a dark place forever. You are just a human being who has repeated the same daily routine for so many months that it feels hard to stop. This life is not a heavy test. You are failing because you feel tired. It is a simple story that you have the power to rewrite, starting with the very next hour of your afternoon. Today, we are going to sit together and look closely at the familiar circles we walk in every single day. By spending this quiet time with me, your mind will find a beautiful sense of stillness and simple clarity. We will discover how to look at our daily routines without any judgment or self-blame. You will see that stepping out of a comfort trap does not mean you have to break your whole life apart. Instead, you will learn to see your daily world with a wider, more peaceful perspective. I am here to guide you softly as we uncover the quiet power hidden inside your smallest decisions. Let your heart rest as we prepare to see how a minor shift can welcome a fresh, beautiful reality into your life. Why feeling stuck often means your old routines have simply finished their job. Why does feeling stuck feel so uncomfortable when we are just doing what we always do? We often wake up in the morning, brush our teeth, walk the exact same path to work, and feel a quiet weight in our chest. We think something is wrong with us because we are not excited about our ordinary day anymore. We blame our minds, or we think we are just becoming lazy as the years go by. But what if this heavy feeling is not a punishment or a personal failure at all? What if it is just a quiet, natural signal from your heart telling you that your current patterns have simply finished their job? Think about an old pair of shoes that you have worn for many years. They protected your feet. They kept you warm, and they carried you through many rainy days. But one day, your feet start to ache when you wear them, and they feel too tight. The shoes are not bad, and your feet are not broken. It is just that you have outgrown them, and it is time for something new. Your daily routine works in the exact same way. The habits that kept you safe last year might be the very things making you feel trapped today. When you feel bored or restless, your spirit is not giving up on you. It is actually trying to wake you up to a fresh possibility. It is telling you that you have learned everything you could from this current chapter of your life. You have completed the lesson that this specific routine had to teach you. Recognizing this truth allows you to stop fighting yourself. You can take a deep breath and realize that you are ready to grow. A wonderful psychologist named Carl Jung once wrote, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This means your past habits do not own your future. You do not have to stay the same person just because you were that person yesterday. Every morning is a clean sheet of paper waiting for your hand. You can look at your life with kindness and thank your old routines for keeping you safe. And then you can gently open your eyes to the beautiful, fresh choices waiting for you right now. How can we gently step away from a familiar routine that no longer makes us happy? It is surprisingly difficult to change a habit, even when that habit makes us feel sad or tired every day. We often stay in jobs that drain our energy, or we keep spending our evenings staring at screens until our eyes hurt. We know these actions do not bring us true joy or peace. Yet, when tomorrow comes, we find ourselves doing the exact same things all over again. Why do we do this to ourselves? It is because human beings love familiarity more than almost anything else. A familiar sadness can feel much safer than an unfamiliar joy. We know exactly how to handle the old, heavy feelings because we practice them every single day. Stepping into something new feels like walking into a dark room where we cannot see the floor. But you do not have to jump into the dark with both feet. You can just slide your foot forward by 1 single inch. You can start by looking at your day and finding just one small action that feels automatic and heavy. Maybe it is the way you instantly check your phone the second you open your eyes in the morning. Or maybe it is the way you always say yes to things you do not want to do because you are afraid of upsetting people. You do not need to change your whole personality tomorrow morning. You just need to pause for 3 seconds before you make your next choice. In that 3-second pause, you can ask yourself a simple question. Am I doing this because I want to, or because I always do it? This small question is like a tiny flashlight in a dark room. It gives you your control back, even if it is just for a moment. You begin to see that your habits are not concrete walls built around your life. They are just old paths you have walked so many times that the grass has stopped growing there. You can choose to step to the left or to the right anytime you want. Each small step away from your old pattern creates a beautiful new path under your feet. And every time you make a conscious choice, you are inviting happiness back into your daily world. Why does waiting for a big external miracle keep our true potential asleep? Many of us spend our lives waiting for something big to happen from the outside to change our reality. We think, if I win the lottery, I will finally be happy. Or if my boss notices me, my career will be perfect. We wait for a lucky day, a perfect partner, or a sudden burst of motivation that will fix everything. This waiting game feels comforting because it removes the responsibility from our own shoulders. It lets us sit back and feel like a passenger in a car, that someone else is driving. But while we are waiting for that big external miracle, our true potential stays completely asleep in the shadows. The truth is, life does not change from the outside in. It changes from the inside out. If you do not change your daily thoughts and small habits, $1 million will not make you feel free. You will just be the exact same stuck person, but with a larger bank account. We have to stop looking at the horizon for a rescue ship. That might never come. Instead, we need to look down at our own hands and see the tools we already have. You have the power to change how you talk to yourself when you look in the mirror. You have the power to change what you eat, what you listen to, and how you spend your free hours when you stop waiting for a miracle. Something beautiful happens. You realize that you are the miracle you have been waiting for this whole time. You become the active creator of your own afternoon, rather than just an observer. You do not need the world to give you permission to start over or to live differently. You can grant that permission to yourself right now, in this very room, by taking charge of your small daily moments. You awaken a deep strength inside your heart, and that strength will carry you much further than any random stroke of luck ever could. What beautiful surprises can enter your day when you change just one small habit? Think about how predictable your daily life has become over the last few months. You probably know exactly what your kitchen smells like at 7 in the morning. You know the faces of the people who ride the same bus as you every day. There is a strange comfort in this predictability, but it also leaves very little room for magic. When everything is completely planned and automatic, surprises cannot find a way into your life. But what happens when you intentionally change just one small piece of your daily script? Imagine choosing a completely different route to walk to your local grocery store tomorrow afternoon. Suddenly, your eyes have to look at new buildings, new trees, and new faces. You might hear a beautiful song coming from a window you have never noticed before. You might see a small, quiet park where you can sit and rest your shoulders for 10 minutes. These small disruptions create open windows in your mind. They break the gray fog of routine and let the bright sunlight of the present moment rush in. When you change a small habit, you tell the world that you are ready to receive something new. You are telling your mind to pay attention again, to look at the world with the curious eyes of a child. You will start to notice small details that you used to walk right past without seeing. The world becomes alive again, filled with color and quiet beauty. You do not need to travel to a faraway country to find adventure or fresh inspiration. Adventure is waiting for you in the grocery store aisle, on a different street corner, or in a new book. By breaking your automatic script, you invite a wonderful sense of wonder back into your ordinary afternoon. How can a tiny, fresh daily choice become a beautiful celebration of your personal freedom? We often feel like our lives are completely controlled by our duties and our daily schedules. We have bills to pay, families to feed, and endless tasks that require your time and attention. It is easy to feel like a small machine that just runs until its battery is completely empty. We start to believe that we have no real freedom left in our busy, modern lives. But your freedom is not something that can be stolen by a busy schedule or a demanding job. Your true freedom lives in the micro choices you make during the quiet spaces of your day. When you decide to drink a glass of water instead of a sugary soda, that is an act of freedom. When you choose to sit in silence for 3 minutes instead of picking up your phone, that is a celebration of your mind. These choices may seem completely insignificant to the rest of the world. No one will give you a medal for choosing a different tea blend or for sleeping 30 minutes earlier. But these small actions are private victories that belong entirely to you. They are physical proof that you are still the master of your own life. Every time you make a fresh choice, you are saying, I am here, I am alive, and I choose my path. This is how we build a life of deep peace and self-respect, not through giant revolutions, but through daily choices. You realize that your life is a large canvas, and your choices are the small brushstrokes you make every hour. You do not have to paint the whole picture perfectly today. You just need to choose one beautiful color for the corner you are working on right now. Let this realization fill your heart with a quiet, lasting confidence as you move forward. You are completely free to change your story, one tiny choice at a time. Now that we understand the deep power of change, let us look at how we can bring this wisdom into our real, daily lives. We do not need to make big, stressful promises to ourselves that are impossible to keep. Instead, we can practice 3 simple, comfortable micro habits that will gently open the door to a fresh reality. The first practice is called the 3-degree shift. Think about a ship traveling across the wide ocean toward a specific city. If the captain changes the direction of the ship by just 3 tiny degrees, it looks like almost nothing has happened at first. The ship is still moving forward, and the water looks exactly the same. But after a few days and many miles, that tiny 3-degree change will guide the ship to a completely new destination. You can use this exact same pattern in your morning routine. Tomorrow, I invite you to change just one small, ordinary choice when you wake up. If you always drink coffee out of a blue mug, choose a red one instead. If you always walk down the same street to get to your office, turn down a different street instead. If you always listen to loud music while you wash the dishes, try listening to the quiet sound of the water. This tiny shift does not require any extra time or energy from your busy day, but it forces your mind to wake up, look around, and realize that you are not running on an automatic track anymore. The second micro habit is the 5-minute screen intermission. Many of us have a deeply ingrained habit of picking up our smartphones the exact moment our eyes open in the morning. Before we even say hello to the new day, our minds are filled with news, emails, and photos of other people's lives. We are letting the outside world write our internal script before we even sit up. In bed. This habit creates a repetitive loop of stress that stays with us until we go back to sleep. To practice this new habit, simply place your phone across the room or inside a drawer before you sleep. When you wake up, give yourself 5 small minutes of complete digital silence. Sit on the edge of your bed, look at the sunlight on your floor, and feel the weight of your feet touching the ground. Take 3 slow, conscious breaths and just allow yourself to exist without consuming any information. This tiny intermission creates a beautiful barrier between your peace of mind and the noise of the world. It gives you the space to decide how you want to feel, rather than letting a screen decide for you. The final micro-habit is called the tiny curious question. We often treat the people we see every day like background characters in our own private movie. We say, "Thank you," to the supermarket cashier or the bus driver, without ever looking them in the eyes. We follow a very polite, cold script that keeps us feeling isolated and separate from the human community. This week, try to break that old script by asking one simple, genuine question to a stranger or a coworker. Instead of just saying, "Good morning," you can look at them and kindly ask, "How's your morning going so far?" Or you can tell the person, "Who makes your tea? I really appreciate your help today." Speak these words with real warmth and a quiet smile. You will be amazed by how quickly a small comment can break the gray wall of a boring routine. You will see their eyes light up, and you will feel a sudden, beautiful spark of real human connection. This simple action brings fresh energy into your afternoon canvas and reminds you that the world is alive with friendly faces. As we bring our quiet journey to a close, let us take a moment to look back at the simple truths we shared today. We have seen that feeling stuck is not a permanent trap, but a gentle reminder that we are ready to grow. We have learned that we do not need to wait for a massive miracle to change our daily lives. Real transformation is already sitting right there in your hands, waiting inside your very next decision. By making tiny shifts in our morning routines, we can gently break the automatic scripts that keep us feeling tired. Every small choice you make, every new path you walk, every quiet breath you take is a beautiful celebration of your personal freedom. You do not have to fix your entire life by tomorrow morning, friend. You just have to be willing to change one small thing today with kindness and patience in your heart. Trust the slow process of your own growth and remember that a beautiful, fresh reality is always just one small step away. Before you go, if this lesson touched your heart or helped you in any way, I would be incredibly grateful for your support. A simple like or subscription may seem small, but it helps these messages reach more people who are searching for encouragement, growth, and understanding. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Your support, your trust, and your presence in this community mean the world to me. Goodbye for now, friend.